Hey, teacher mom. Donise Boyd here, the Unprofessional Mom. And yes, I'm talking to you, the teacher mom who has just been giving, juggling, just doing all the things. And you can hear the giving and the juggling, you know what I just said. But that's what we do as teachers and as moms. We give, we juggle, we're just showing up. And honestly, we get to the point where we have to ask ourselves, wow, when do I matter? And I believe that you're still watching now because you're wondering the same thing, like when do you matter? And the whole thing is that you matter now. So I am Donise, the unprofessional mom, and I help women just like you, teacher moms, who are just tired of being last, putting themselves last, and always showing up for everyone and everything else. You show up for your family, you show up for your students, you show up for the administration, you show up for your spouse, a significant other, and now you're wondering, when is it going to be your time? So let me just tell you this: you're not lazy, you're not ungrateful, you are just exhausted. You're exhausted. So here's one thing that I know: you do not have to continue to carry the emotional weight by yourself. And through these videos, I am going to pretty much guide you through those moments so that you can find a way out. Because what I've noticed as a former teacher mom is that there are no resources, well, not many resources out there that are just for us. So if you are a teacher and a mom, this video or this whole YouTube channel is for you. So what I want you to do is just know that this was born out of me just feeling burnt out. It was born out of me just knowing that there are moms out there who are teachers who need a little bit more help and a little bit more of a push. Okay, so I'm here to push you gently. Okay, not like your students push you, not like the administration pushes you, not like your kids push you, and not like your significant other pushes you. Okay, so one thing I do know is that I started putting myself first. I know it sounds selfish, but look, it's not. And you putting yourself first is not selfish either. But honestly, maybe it is selfish. But who said that selfish is bad? And who said that we have to do selfish things in a bad way? We don't have to. Because I truly believe that if you are not fully showing up for you, then you can't truly be showing up for your students, for your kids, for your family, for whoever you're showing up for, okay? So, what I want you to do is promise me today that you are going to take the first step in showing up for yourself. One way you can do that is you can go ahead and click subscribe and give me a thumbs up if this resonates with you, because that lets me know if it is. And when you subscribe, like I said before, you are going to get some things that are going to help you throughout this journey, because this journey is real. This is a real journey. It's not a fake one, and you don't have to suffer. So here's the other thing. When I started actually deciding that I was going to put myself first and not stress over a lot of things that were going on in the school and also my family, everything changed. My classroom changed. My home life changed. It is so funny. I'll never forget my last year teaching. One of my students said, "Miss Boyd, you're different." And I said, "How different?" She said, "Not good or bad, just different." I was like, okay, I'll take that. I'll take that, because I walked into class with a whole lot more joy, because I was able to put myself first. So this channel is going to pretty much help you manage your time and your energy. You're also going to learn how to set boundaries without guilt, because boundaries, you all, is a real thing that you really have to set. And I will give you an example of a boundary that you can use today, because I would like to give you something that you can use. So I taught high school, and what I don't care what level you're teaching at. This may help you because kids are always going to be asking you for something. My students, there was one who was asking me probably for candy, because I had candy in my classroom for different incentives. And they asked me the first time, and I simply said, "No, you can't have my candy today." And the second time, I gave them an explanation why. I said, "Because I'm using this for something and I don't want to run out." I can't remember what it was. But the third time, I told them, I said, "Sweetheart, I've given you my answer. I'm done with this part of the conversation, but if you would like to continue it by yourself, feel free to do so. And I said it just as calm as I could because I knew that I didn't want him to feel as if I was trying to belittle him. I didn't want anyone to feel any kind of way. I just needed him to know that this is my boundary. I said no, and this is what I mean. And sure enough, his jaw dropped, and the other students were just looking around like, wait, did she just say that? She meant that, you know? And ever since then, that particular student and those who were around, they wouldn't bother to continue to ask me like that because they understood when I say no, that's what I mean. So if you need a moment of no in your classroom, find a way to use that today. Now, if you have younger kids, you may have to do it a little differently, but I do it with my kids at home. I do have a 6 year old and an 8 year old and an 11-year old, my younger three who are here, and I often use that with them, and that works with certain things. So I say give it a try. So let me get back on subject. There are other things that I'm going to also help you with. So what I'm going to do is help you reconnect with who you are. You have probably forgotten that, so I'm going to help you reconnect with that. And I'm going to also help you create a life that works for you, okay? Because who has time? Anybody? Who has time to be living a life that doesn't work for them? Because honestly, if we want to be 100% honest with ourselves, the way that things are set up to make us just do and do and do, it keeps us from being us, which is who we're meant to be, and which is how we thrive, and which is how we can teach our students how to thrive as well. And here's another truth: you were not called to be sitting behind a desk or sitting behind the dinner table. You were called to be standing up, owning who you are. Not other people, not the world, but owning who you are. Because when you own who you are, when you are able to thrive, which is what you want, who wants who? Who? Okay, raise your hand if you want to just survive. Raise it. No, right? But raise your hand and raise your voice if you want to thrive, because I know that you want to thrive because you're still watching this right now, right? So hit that subscribe button, hit it, hit it, hit it, and join the conversation. And let's walk this journey together. And since you're still with me, you can find me on www.theunprofessionalmom.com/for teachers. And if you forget the for teachers part and you remember theunprofessionalmom.com, go there and then you can click on the top thing. It's going to say for teachers, and you'll be able to follow along with me, find yourself some free resources and other things that I offer. So go ahead, let me know down in the comment section what you're going to do today to start this journey. And if you have questions, ask them because I would love to answer those for you. And I hope you have an amazing day. And if no one told you today, I love you to life and I love you to peace. And I will see you next time.